Sometimes when you are so invested in your ideology, it's very difficult to see beyond that. And although we can open ourselves up to someone else's point of view, sometimes we can't let go of our own in order to do that, and so it becomes insurmountable. The play is called Paradise Enow, and I play Franklyn Bergman. The character of Franklyn is really interesting because she's conflicted. She wants a relationship, but she also wants to be in control of a relationship. But she meets Jesse, and he's so different than anyone she's ever met. He has just done this remarkable thing, and so she's really in sort of on a high from that, from seeing that experience. And then as she's getting to know him, she realizes that they have so many things in common. And yet there's something about him that she doesn't quite understand. She can't put her finger on. And she is just delighted, but she also has to know more. She's got to figure him out somehow because he's almost too good to be true. This play is about two people who meet unexpectedly, and as they're learning about each other, they realize they're from different worlds. So there's already a huge obstacle to overcome. But despite that, they embark on a relationship, and they have troubles, but they seem to really, really want to make it work. And we watch them trying to make it work over and over again until finally they hit the one roadblock they can't pass. In very many ways, they're the same person. They're both teachers. They're both, interested in music. They both love nature. They both are biologists. All these things are similar, but yet the differences they have outweigh all of those similarities. These two characters are really complex characters. There's a lot of different sides to them, and I think that's part of what the playwright wanted to bring to it. You can't judge someone by the way they look, and I know we always say that, but you really can't. I wouldn't call it controversial. I think what's happening in our society right now is much more controversial. I think this is actually very normal. People meeting and not knowing things about each other and learning about each other. It might not be in every case. I mean, this is an extreme case of two very opposing sides, but there's sometimes people who are a little bit closer together but still have different points of view. I think the takeaway message is very hopeful. I think the playwright is very idealistic in that thinking that two people who are so different from each other can find a common ground. And we as the audience are rooting for them to find that common ground all the way along, but we know that that's probably not possible because they're just too different. And it would be nice if they could find that common ground, but as Franklyn says in her last line, this doesn't exist this side of paradise.